Hey you beautiful people, Jason here for Thomann synthesizers from my studio, The Sticks, in the gorgeous West Country of England. I do hope you're all doing well. So today I'd like to take a look at a little something that seems to have somewhat lost its relevance in our modern world of synthesis, and that is multitimbrality, and specifically the multitimbral synth. So for those of you in class today that are familiar with the topic, you can skip this section and go straight to the test at the end. Just kidding. But if you're unfamiliar with the term, it simply means different sounds played together, not to be confused with polyphony, which relates to the number of notes played at the same time, although you're going to need plenty of those too. So a multitimbral synth allows you to play multiple sounds simultaneously, addressable via a different MIDI channel. For example, with a lead sound, and a bass, and so on. Now, the very first affordable multitimbral synth, and the first to use the term, was the sequential 6-track, launched in 1984. Now, you could argue that the Fairlight 2 with its page R sequencer pioneered the concept, if not the term. But then again, who could afford to buy one? As time went by, multitimbral became the commonplace, especially with the advent of digital and sample-based synths. 16 parts became the standard, with much greater polyphony through the years. 6 tracks, 6 voices seems a little bit archaic. Anyway, somewhere along the way, we fell out of love with this. Maybe software was the first signs of the beginning of the end, and certainly whilst people started making analog synths again, it really didn't seem so relevant anymore. However, I do think something has been lost along the way. So today, I've chosen a beast of a virtual analog produced by the German synth legends Waldorf. This is one of the few synths to use FPGA chips for their sound engine, along with the Novation Peak Summit and the UDO Super 6, but neither of those are multitimbral. So it's built to a very high standard, as you might expect, and we have here the SE edition in glorious sea blue. Let's do some pads. Soft and warm. Okay, so it goes the multi, part 1, part 2, destroyed panoramic. So it's lifted it, you've got the soft warmth, a bit of brightness. The phaser is actually moving it as well, so you've got a bit of movement. That's in the effects. So that sounds quite nice, straight away. Okay. What we can do on top of that is we can add some attack. Alright, so we're going to add a piano, which is going to have the... I mean, it's a classic sound. You've heard this before, you have. Very Jar-like, I'm getting a vibe here. It's like the Oxygen Part 2, not Oxygen 2, the second album, Oxygen, that was released in the 90s. Let's add a delay to that then. So you've got the phaser shifting on Part 2, which is creating the movement. Let's add some delay. And it's good to note, it's always in multi-mode. It's nice having effects, isn't it? I mean, again, I think 3 is enough, but let's go 4. Why not? Microwave 3. There is no microwave 3. Oh yeah. Right down there. That's nice, isn't it? Did I say I like Jar? Jean-Michel, if you're watching this, we'll do something. I think of rewriting Rendezvous. Do you want to do a Rendezvous 2 album? Let's do that. Call me. quite rich and sumptuous. I think that's kind of. I don't want to get into the mod matrix. I think we've got the motion of the flange on the phaser. On the second voice, we've got delay, again giving us a little bit of a kind of motion. There's a lot of motion in this. So, as you can see, you can really just dive deep and have a swim in a sumptuous bath of dreamy pads when you start stacking up things with a multi-timbral synth. Well, thanks for staying with me through this one. I hope you've enjoyed the ride as much as I have. And if you've already got some multi-timbral tips and tricks of your own, please feel free to share them in the comments below. I know I'd be grateful to hear them too. That's it for this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share and enjoy. And until the next time, don't track it, stack it.